Can I use letters in this game? No. Don't put letter assets in. Oh, 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 oh! I did not expect that. Okay. Didn't say anything. Ooh, I wonder how big of a fall I can take. I am just making my own at this point. I feel like I should have taken the city tour. Well, apparently someone is almost forced to look upskirt at you the way the statue is made. I think this was made by a pervert. Like if you even slightly walk close to it, there you go, upskirt, bam. Oh, what's that? This is a good statue. Let's look at it. Oh, it's that upskirt. Something up there? Oh, I fell now. Come on, let me up. Let me up! Or not. Okay, I'll go down. Can I even get back to where this was? Oof, that was a quarter of my health. Okay, I'll go to the big bad villa. Why not? There's so many golden people already. Excuse me.
Just as the ocean accepts the rivers of all the world, so this place accepts all the souls. But it does not notice the crowds that come. The bloodless shadows. This is their punishment.
I don't know what the golden rule is.
They never do. The bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone. Some crowd the forum, some the house of the ruler of the depths.
Cthulhu?
Others
Cthulhu's in
follow
this
their
game.
trades, imitating their previous lives. Help me? You cannot help me. I have seen things. A pattern, a terrible pattern. It is better for you if you remain ignorant. Pandora's box must stay closed. I'll say no more.
You got very interesting hair that's completely static down here and only moves a little bit in this area and is completely static up here.
The newly arrived are ignorant of the road before them.
I'm sure they are. Because I woke up by a riverbank. And then Karen was like, yo, can you find this dude? Then I found him dead. But I already fell down the well, so didn't have a whole lot of options. Oh, of course they made this one unmovable. So I can't go to the cool loot chest. What if there were some... What if there was some ancient Daedric artifact in there, damn it. Okay, it said villa. That villa or that villa? I'm gonna go to that villa for now. You wanna talk to me?
Here is proof of a degenerate. Greetings, citizens. My name's Horatius. Magistrate Sentius asked me to escort you to him personally. Follow me, please.
Sure. But why?
I expect the magistrate wants to brief you about the Golden Rule. It shouldn't take too long. He's busy preparing for the election later today. Follow
Okay.
me. The only thing you really need to understand right now.
I'm all fuck you, bitch.
Hey, Horatius. How's it feel knowing your man's doomed to lose the election today?
If you're trying to goad me into
You're
an
gonna
argument,
lead me or
it won't
not?
work. I'm a stoic, remember?
If the old man couldn't even keep his own daughter safe, how can anyone trust him to keep us safe, eh?
Why do I get the feeling you lot had something to do with Centilla's disappearance?
That's it. Blame everyone but yourself.
If I find out you did something to that poor sweet girl, not even the golden rule is gonna protect you. Got it?
As if I'll be afraid of you, little man.
So, you gonna lead me or what?
What now? Alright?
Like he's not gonna lead me anymore. He got fed up by me walking slightly too far away. If you're on a tour with a tour guide of a city and you walk slightly too far away from the tour guide, no, the tour guide will just stop. Will just refuse to continue to lead you. Excuse me? I'm... actually have no idea. I might be completely naked.
Oh, I wish Horatius would stop letting barbarians in here. What do you want? I'm Sentia, eldest daughter of the magistrate. But you'd know that if you'd been invited in here and introduced properly. What are you doing in here? And why are you dressed like that? You know, some people say it's the creation of an all-seeing god who's watching everything we do. But what kind of an awful, incompetent god would let my sister go missing on his or her watch? Oh, I'd say it to their faces if they had the courage to show themselves. Did you hear that? Curse you, you coward! Where is my sister?
Yeah, curse you, cat. Where's my sister? I don't have a
No
sister.
response.
But where is she?
That's what I thought. I'm telling you, this mysterious
I
god
seem
of
to
ours
know an
has to be
awful lot
asleep
about
on
the
a
Golden
job.
Rule without
Either
knowing what the
that,
Golden
or,
Rule
like
is.
people are saying, it really is just a children's fable my father is exploiting to frighten us into behaving. I suppose we will. I trust you can see yourself out.
Where's your dad? I'm supposed to be led to him. Here you are. Right, you're the dude.
We're finally alone. I assume you already know who I am. May I know your name?
Hello, fellow human. I am Luke.
A curious name, to match a curious accent. But I digress. I see you have the piercing and astute eyes of Athena. You must be a woman of great learning.
I'm not a
We're
woman.
always happy to welcome another scholar to our little community. Equitia will be delighted to meet you, I'm sure. Now, you're probably wondering why I summoned you, and I'll get to that. But first, take a look at this wondrous place, would you? A secret city built deep in the mountains, many hundreds of years ago.
It's nice.
Indeed. More importantly, consider the miraculous community we've built here over the last 7 months.
You've only been here 7
22
months.
complete strangers brought together by the fates, living and working together in our own little paradise. And in all that time, not a single sin has been committed. No fights, no theft, nothing. Have you ever witnessed something so extraordinary as a city without sin?
Nah, not really.
Nor could I, until I came here. But the reason for this miracle
Not even Switzerland's that
is
perfect.
as simple as it is terrifying. If even one person commits a sin here, every last one of us will die.
Okay, what counts
You
as
see,
a sin?
the builders of this place, whoever they were, left inscriptions warning, "The many shall suffer for the sins of the one." From what we can gather, breaking the law here will anger the gods and provoke a terrible punishment. Like the curses of Medusa and Midas combined, turning us all to gold. We've come to call it the Golden Rule. It's extraordinary that we've survived as long as we have, and each day I grow more and more afraid that our time in the sun is almost up. And now it seems that day is finally here. All that matters is that somebody in this city is about to break the Golden Rule. Why else would Proserpina send you now? Unless you and I can stop them, our doom
What
is
about
assured.
Weird Al
I know
Yankovic?
that's a lot
He
to
came
take
here
in, and
before.
you look like you have questions. Please.
What? Do you remember him? Oh, I can't ask them with that obvious question.
An intelligent question. There was a good deal of debate about that in our first weeks here. Does it refer to crimes or to some other ill-defined wrong? Of course, everyone agrees on the basics. No theft, no assault, and certainly no murder. But beyond that, it was more difficult to reach a consensus. What about lying, insulting someone, blasphemy, trespass, trying to escape, bribery, infidelity, suicide? As magistrate, I had to exercise leadership, and so I made a decision. We must uphold the laws of the Empire to a standard never before seen. And we must honor the peace of the gods, the sacred accord between the gods and the people of Rome. It is only by offering the gods the proper respect that we may prosper, as Rome has for centuries.
But your daughter's already done blasphemy.
Barbaric? Barbaric? What are you talking about? The Empire is the most civilizing force in the known world. Rome is a beacon of light in the darkness. For 800 years she has borne great statesmen, philosophers, poets, artists, and engineers. We have comprehensive laws protecting the rights of our citizens, which have unified countless warring tribes all across the Mediterranean and beyond, from Gallia to Judea.
You also have
All our
slaves.
citizens are treated the same, regardless of the color of
You
their
have
skin
slaves.
or their sexual preference. Can you say the same?
No, but you have
People are
slaves.
starving, they are given food rations, and when they are wronged, they have the right to bring the guilty party before the magistrate.
You have slaves.
Our laws forbid treason, murder, assault, and rape.
Unless
as
it's
well
on a
as theft
slave.
and arson, and so on. No other civilization in the world is so advanced, and you have the hubris.
If I
to
can't
call
say
us
you have slaves, I
barbaric.
will deinstall this game right now. This game is a 10 out of 10.
Of course. What else would we do with those prisoners of war who would otherwise have been executed? And besides, there are laws for their protection as well. On occasion, but our gladiators are almost all volunteers.
I don't
seeking
think
glory,
that was the
or
case.
Condemned prisoners who would have been executed anyway. I do not see the harm. Of course, but with fewer rights come fewer responsibilities, and the right to be protected by their fathers and husbands. You mean the blasphemous cult responsible for burning down half of Rome?
No, Nero burnt down half of
It's
Rome.
hard to blame the people for being angry about that. Are you talking about our practice of decimation? Of course. We could hardly unite all these warring tribes without a disciplined, formidable legion. Well, right now, you're a long, long way from home. I have made my pronouncement on the subject. Unfortunately, there are still those here who resist, whispering blasphemous and treasonous lies in the shadows.
Except trans people.
Keeping a close eye on them.
Say no to racism. Equality. Oh man, those blasphemous whispers in the shadows. Fucking hates them.
You see, in my search for a way to save my people, I learned of an ancient ritual to Proserpina, the goddess of the cycle of life and renewal. It's said to open a doorway in time, so that if the unthinkable happens, one person can pass through it and travel back.
But there was a guy before me that tried.
And when I saw you arrive in a flash of light from the goddess's shrine, I knew that person was you. You don't belong in our time, do you?
Not really.
2,000 years? That is unfathomable. Please, tell me, in your time, what did you see? What had become of us? Of this city? I have imagined it, our downfall, 1,000 times. But it still breaks my heart to hear the truth of it. All I can tell you is that it's a ritual sacrifice to Proserpina. I stumbled across instructions. I have to recite a prayer, and of course, as with all rituals, some sacrifice is involved. Usually that means wine or food, or in some cases a live
Okay, no
animal.
human living sacrifices.
In this case, the sacrifice
never
is
mind.
rather more costly.
Never mind.
The life of the person performing the ritual. I don't suppose you saw any sign of me in the future?
I don't think I got that far.
I assume that was me. If I'm forced to perform the ritual, it's going to cost me everything.
What's the ritual do? I already
You'll
forgot
try
that.
to
You
make
see,
sure
my
I
brain
don't
is a
need to use
sieve.
it.
I only catch like unimportant bits. I was trying to think of an unimportant bit I know, but truth is I don't even have that.
Well, I suppose that's all I can ask for. Well, I believe you're in the best position to go around asking people questions. You're new here, and it'll seem perfectly normal. As for me, well, it pains me to say my attempts to impose order have not earned me many friends. I fear I may not even remain magistrate after today's election. The people here would only treat my curiosity with suspicion. You shouldn't have that problem, though, unless, of course, you get off on the wrong foot.
I guess that makes sense.
Do you ever stare at a problem for so long that you can't see it for what it is anymore? What's needed here is a fresh pair of eyes. The less I prejudice the independence of your investigation,
Okay, I figured it
the
out.
better.
It was you. You doing the ritual is a suicide, and therefore it causes the problem. Solved. Problem solved.
Me? Why would you suspect me? I've just told you, I'm about to sacrifice my own life to ensure these people have a second chance. What reason could you possibly have to suspect me, of all people? I'm glad you think so. Without trust, without each other, we won't be able to prevent what is about to happen. Ah, so you know about that already. It's a devastating loss, of course, but that was over 3 weeks ago, and whatever happened to her, it didn't break the golden rule, so I don't think it's connected with our imminent demise. Still, if you happen to find her and return her to me, I would be eternally grateful.
Sure.
Well, all right. There are those who wish to vote me out of office so that they can pursue their own misguided political agenda. Frankly, their selfishness and recklessness risk destabilizing the entire city. I would be looking very carefully at them if I were you.
Well, there's only 22 people, right? I'll look very carefully at all of them.
If I understand Proserpina's ritual correctly, that problem should take care of itself. Let me see if I can explain. If you manage to prevent the sin that breaks the golden rule, I won't need to bring you here. I won't create the portal, and you will never have been able to come here. Thus, you'll have created a paradox. If this occurs, you should be flung back to your own time, having changed the past for all of us. Make sense?
Yeah, actually. It's Doctor Who logic, where things cause random things, and it's not all that well defined, but yes. Why not?
Ah, good. So, are you with me? Can I count on you to figure out who's about to...
I don't have much choice, do I?
No, I don't suppose you do. But I'm hoping that even if you're not burdened with a sense of self-sacrifice, you'll at least see the sense in self-preservation.
Yes, let's do it.
Wonderful.
Let's play the video game I bought and was excited to play.
Investigate the city. Talk to everyone. Help them, if it'll win their trust. I authorize you to enter private homes and inspect possessions and documents, unless, of course, you're asked to leave. Figure out who the culprit is, and as soon as you have a name, come back and tell me immediately.
Alrighty.
Oh, and one last thing. If I were you, I'd start my investigation by visiting Lucretia at the Shrine of Apollo in the Forum. I heard wailing from there not long ago. Seems like something's not right.
I'll see what I can do. Let's play this goddamn video game.